Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. For Immortal, this is atrocious.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's atrocious. Like, I have no idea what's going on. One of the most common complaints I get is my teammates don't communicate. I want to get to a higher rank because they'll communicate better. No, doesn't happen. I've seen Radiant lobbies, pro lobbies, like top 10, where they're not saying anything.
Right.
So what you need to do in a ranked environment is not expect your teammates to communicate like this, but what you should do is... Hello, my name is Worthy, a professional Valorant coach. If you're looking to climb the ranks and improve your overall gameplay, you definitely want to leave a like and a sub and enjoy the video.
I'm gonna throw my little guy short. Nice.
I just want to remind everyone, this is Immortal. Okay? Just want to remind everyone, this is Immortal.
People don't talk sometimes. It happens.
It would certainly be nice to know what's going on site right now as Reyna's in the middle of site.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't. I was just looking at my minimap while I'm picking up my stuff. You guys are better.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. For Immortal, this is atrocious.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's atrocious. Like, I have no idea what's going on at all. Right? I'm like running around. I'm just basically looking at the mini map. I'm like, I'm gonna make a decision off of this because I have no idea what's going on, what people see. Right? It's a mess. One of the most common complaints I get is my teammates don't communicate. I want to get to a higher rank because they'll communicate better. No, doesn't happen. I've seen Radiant lobbies, pro lobbies, like top 10, where they're not saying anything. Right? That's why it's so important for you guys to understand how to take this driver's protocol in and get all the information for yourself, because you can only trust you in a ranked environment. In a scrim environment, let me tell you, this whole thing changes. You don't need to rely on just yourself. You got brothers in arms and sisters in arms that are going to help you out. Have you ever seen a scrim team communicate before?
I've never. No, I haven't.
I'm going to give you, and I'm really hard on comms.
Okay.
I want you to listen to this. I would count this, guys, as an 8 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10 in terms of comms, okay? I'm watching it cross on the stairs.
Should maybe knife spawn where they delay the retake.
I can't.
Another one spawn, okay.
One more spawn.
All spawn, all spawn.
Playing close.
One more.
2v1, 2v1.
I'm knifing it.
Where the contact?
I'm going
Good
lane.
calm.
He's still there?
Taking off you.
He's not in yet. 3, 2, 1, swinging.
Nice. Nice.
Let's play
Well
logs.
played. Love it.
I'm gonna go up there.
I'm gonna play close stairs.
I might die in a second.
Going one.
They know I'm here.
I'm with you, really.
I peek out if I try for CT.
Flashing and peeking.
Okay.
Flashing again.
One.
Flashing again. Flashing again. Flashing again. Left side. Hurt.
Peeking.
Nice.
Can you see the difference there? Chat, can you see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a scrim, right? That's how the game changes when you start scrimming, right? That's how communication should be, right?
Right.
So what you need to do in a ranked environment is not expect your teammates to communicate like this, but what you should do is practice your skills in communication so it's similar to that or better, right? You can get better than what we had there. But that gives you an example, right? So ranked environments are not for accepting comms, it's for giving and practicing delivering comms, right?
Yeah,
From your
I
own
agree.
self. Okay?
Because a lot of people don't understand that like when you're giving comms, like if someone else is not talking, that doesn't mean that they're not being receptive. So
Correct.
if you're communicating, at least they'll be in a position to play off you, with you, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Now, one thing I want to talk about is util recharge timings. You want to have this in the back of your head. This is something that I took from Quake. Quake, those pros had everything timed out. Every single piece of equipment that's on the field, once they pick it up, they know the respawn timers. No different here. You need to get really good at that with Gecko and know exactly when you're ready to throw another thing here. So in your head, you're like, okay, 3 seconds till I have my dizzy again. I can throw it again, right? This is stuff that you should have in your head, just like kind of going. Another timing that's really good is smoke timings. Knowing all the smoke timings is really good because you're like, okay, I have about 5 seconds until this thing goes away. And now you know how to play around it properly, right?
Okay. I have a general idea with Astra and Omen smokes, but I always mistime the Brim smokes.
Brim is 20 seconds. Brim's the longest one. So here is the point of why the timings are so important here, okay? you could hold your brimstone off for a second until your wingman responds, and you send him in first. You send him in, and you double it up with your dizzy, and that's when you guys go, right? It's like 6 seconds to wingman.
So double up. Okay. Yeah.
You
Just
go
more efficient.
Yeah, you go wingman first, then you throw your dizzy, because here's the thing. If they shoot wingman, they can't shoot dizzy. That makes it easier for you to move in, right? Dizzy will be able to give you the exact information as to where people are going to be, because he's going to spurt all over the place, right? He's going to splooge all over their screens. I had to say it. So you're able to work with that, right? If you're going in with limited utility, look, you're 1 second away. 1 second away to make this fight a little bit easier for both of you, right?
Okay.
And that could mean the difference in this rank, right? 1 second is
Right.
all you need. The big point more than anything is just to have a relative idea. You don't have to be exact every single time.
He's pushed up. He's pushed up.
He's pushed up where?
Mid. Yeah, not the most clear.
Yep.
Yeah, I told you my comms are bad. Bad. I'm like slapping myself on the butt right now, giving myself a spanking.
Your comms aren't bad. They're in a state of development. Okay? That's what you need to think about. Okay? We need to change the words you're using. I know it sounds
Inefficient.
again
not as efficient or clear.
Yeah, it's going. My room for growth here is high. That's the way you need to look at it. Okay, this is important because the words that you tell yourself will affect your confidence. Okay, if you tell yourself you're bad at something, you're gonna find a way to make yourself bad at it. Okay, so be very careful with the words that you use. This may seem like a little cliche thing. You might be rolling your eyes at me, but it's honest to God, it's gold. It really is.
He's pushed up. He's pushed up.
Okay. So, very simple. I don't mind you going for fights. What I do mind is taking a fight that is completely disadvantageous to you. What
Right.
do we know about the situation before you go into it?
We already know that someone is holding B, if not pushed up, and if someone's pushed up, there's probably someone else holding with them.
What else do we know?
Spamming the window.
With what?
It sounds like a vandal, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Long range, Vandal versus Sheriff. Who wins that?
I mean, I've won with the sheriff against the vandal before. You know what I mean?
Okay, if we were to take
I've won
10
now,
duels.
like 9 out of 10 times.
Okay,
the
if we're to,
vandal.
yeah, exactly. If you're to take 10, okay, the way that you need to decide certain situations, certain gunfights for yourself to know if something is good is to take a number out of 10 and say, if I were to take 10 fights right now, the Sheriff versus the Vandal, and even 10s will say the same thing. Like maybe 10s wins it 3 times out of 10. Who knows, right? He'll still say Vandal's going to win that, right? So
Right.
if you're going to take this fight with the information that you know, you need to use utility if you're really going to take this fight or commit to it. Or you need to peek it with multiple people. So what your communications are right here is, I'm swinging window, 3, 2, 1. At the very least then, maybe your teammates can get in position to swing with you and take that fight. Okay, that will increase your ability to win. Is there something else we could potentially ask for to make this fight easier for us? Look at your team right now.
I'm gonna wait for them to push up garage.
Not quite. Look at your team comp. Who could you ask to enable you?
Flash.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Reyna can flash right through this wall for you. You ping it, and then you peek out.
Okay.
Okay. The big key for getting this is from Dink. Okay, Dink, who is our Radiant coach, most recent Radiant here. The big key from moving to Immortal to Radiant is asking to be enabled. Being able to assess the situation of the comp that you have, knowing their utility, and being able to devise a plan on the spot to be able to increase your chances of winning a gunfight. Because if you'd done that and not taken a dry fight against the Vandal, this game or this fight might have looked completely different, right? That would have increased your chances of winning.
He flashed anyway, and I didn't even say anything.
He did, because he was reading you, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine if you waited a second longer and then peeked it. might have been a whole different situation, right?
Right.
And that
okay.
means Reyna knows exactly what you were trying to do without you saying anything. She's really good at reading your mind. Imagine if you
Right.
were on the same page and actually communicated it. That would have been a lot better, right?